It's getting live. So here we are, PMP number 295 of 2021, the amazing Srikant. Srikant work in UAE, right Srikant?
I was
But
in Saudi, yeah.
Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, he contacted me in Saudi Arabia and he joined batch 14 program. Then he was actually planning to give exam on 13th of December.
You
Then
still remember?
I do remember. I do remember. So, but he went back to home for some holidays, and then he rescheduled. He talked to PMI. They were kind enough to help him to reschedule. He rescheduled his exam for today, 30th of December, and he wanted to do it this year. And here we have Mr. Srikant with us as a certified project management professional. First of all, Srikant, congratulations
Thank
for
you. Thank you
all
so much.
for all these things. You were just amazing, and your friend Edwin is here. So Edwin is congratulations, and some who's I cannot pronounce saying hi. Tarek, your friend Mabruk. So all your team members are here congratulating you on this massive achievement, especially people who does PMP in last 2 days. I really have a gratitude for them, a special kind of love for them because they did in a very final pace. So that's a great thing to do. So Srikant, your journey, it's your journey. Share it in any way you like. Please go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I decided to do. I start my career, PMP journey on September. I joined one institute, and it was very difficult. They were just running the slides. So after that, I did a research on YouTube, and I shortlisted two institutes. Before your coaching, I joined another institute. It was good, but they were asking us to study the book. Okay, so I found it even more difficult, and then I joined your coaching. So that was a full-time changing experience. Okay, so because I still remember when we had a discussion, I was asking you how to remember this, that, and you just reply in a simple way. uh, don't remember, understand. And we used to play Monte Carlo analysis, variance analysis. We used to tell if I eat more, if that is going to have an impact. And so these are the small examples. And before I forget, this exam is not testing you on the greater knowledge of each process or any of the thing. Okay, so it is testing on your endurance. The questions are very long. Okay, the answers are long, and unless and until you understand each concept, you'll not be able to answer. Okay, if you read and trying to write the definition of this, it's not going to work. And I had a different plan, and people who are going to give the exam in Amir sir batch, please give 3 days completely for Amir. Okay, don't plan for anything. I had different plans, and you forced me not to go with any other plan and follow your plan, and it really worked. Actually, if I was doing my plan, I'm sure I don't know how it would have gone. The more the marks that I took, your marks, it was very helpful. Actually, it was very helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the reason, and most of the time I do have because all the students who join me, they are the knowledge worker, they are genius people. So you are getting a lot of congratulation. Umar cleared PMP yesterday. Mohsin is saying Sabir Jamil. I just had a conversation with him. One to I studied. Tariq, when are you planning? Tariq, everyone is waiting for your exam now. So okay. So let's discuss about this thing before moving forward. Parveen is saying congratulations, a lot of congratulations for you, Shrikant.
Thank
So,
you.
this is a very important thing. All of you are genius people. Let me put it this way: all the people who joined in my program, they are that's one of the most expensive program. And as you know, I always say that I am not cheap and I deliver results. So why
Yes.
I basically ask you guys to follow my plan, doing those 60-60 questions to build your endurance. To build your endurance. Everyone, everyone want to do revision in last 2-3 days. That's not good. That's not good because what you are doing, you are moving forward here and there, and without the right context, you don't get it. But again, That's not good for you. This is called what PMI says and test in the exam, tailoring the process. You need to customize according to each requirement. For example, yes, tomorrow 3 to 5 students are giving exam of mine, and I am talking to them continuously throughout the process. I'm giving a different path to each of them. So that was important. That's why. So Rajiv, one more congratulations for you, Shrikant. Rajiv is saying congratulations. So congratulations are in order. Okay. I'm a big fan of Amir's journey. Thank you. So let's talk about the batch 14. How many students supported you? What they did? Then those coaching calls, how helpful they were. Then will come the exam. Please go ahead. Your
Okay.
journey.
Yeah, yeah. So first it starts with Saurabh. Okay, Saurabh was very helpful. The one call that he did was very good actually. He gave very good confidence for all of us. Okay. After that, people who have cleared, everyone like Saranya, Faisal, everybody who has cleared. I think San also. They keep asking us what you are doing and how is your preparation. What is your next thing when you are giving exam? Are you following? So that is one thing which you developed as a servant leader, making people to interact and making have see there is no reason that people should ask me what I'm doing. Okay, so there is no way related to, they are not going to get anything. Okay, but the kind of team that you built, okay, people really care for this, they ask, and if you have any questions they're ready to answer. Okay, they're ready to talk. So these things, I don't think so that easily that you can build in a short time, in 6 days, 7 days. And coaching calls were really really helpful, because that 30 I mean 1 minute time that you give, that gives a confidence, because we don't remember going back how much we remember. So at that time when we get the question and we are able to answer it, that gives confidence. Okay, and the explanation that you give after each questions, the elimination criteria, and most important thing, this exam, if you don't follow the elimination criteria, it's going to be very difficult. Yeah.
So you would put that in the context. Another congratulation from you from Prabhu is Sam. So elimination technique is very important. That you
Yes,
must
yes,
like two things which you put in the context, and if I rephrase it, one is that understanding the in-depth knowledge of the topic, right?
yes, yes,
Not the definition, but the
yes,
understanding which we provide. And secondly, mastering of elimination technique. That is the key to PMP exam, right?
yes, yes,
Okay. And we do develop those things, those muscles in coaching calls. The purpose of coaching call is also that. So congratulations from Abdul Wahab. Yesterday he cleared exam and recorded his. So Srikant, like I really love especially this thing that you guys become a family. Like you know
yes,
each other. And this is the beauty of this virtual world, these online trainings. We never met Tariq. We never met Abdul Wahab, Saurabh. Like Saurabh is in US, Abdul Wahab is in Saudi, and interestingly, Mohsin is in UAE, and Tariq is in Oman, and right now you are in India. So
yes,
entire context is I am just loving it. So then we got another congratulation, well done. Okay, so let's talk about now exam. So exam, how was that structured? I want a detailed answer of the 60-60. How you manage that time, what was the question, which area was more dominant, please.
yes. So it was more of a team, stakeholders, okay, and some part of communication. There was question related to risk procurement, but all are related to team only. Okay, so as a team, how do you do that? And there was questions related to compliance and which approach you are going to choose, and transitioning from traditional to hybrid, agile. Okay, agile team. What? And one more thing, like even in question, if there is a hybrid or agile mentioned, the servant leadership is something which they are expecting you to do. Okay, the answers that you're going to select, definitely you should have a servant leadership mindset. That is going to help. And questions are very long, answers are very long, and
When you say long, how much long?
4 lines, 3 lines. I hardly got 2 lines questions, maybe 10, 12. at least maximum of 10, 12 only. See, you know how fast I used to answer, right? I was finding a difficulty in the time. So I was trying to push myself and finishing the timing. So the last call yesterday, what we had really helped, that stayed in my mind. And one more thing I want to tell you, Amir. So the class that you take, uh, in the exam, your voice was, I was able to hear your voice. Okay, okay, because the questions, when I wanted to refer the answer, I was able to hear you talking to me. I don't know. This is what, that is the kind of easy method that you made, because, and I also want to tell you, I read book. Okay, and before 3 4 days also I was revising, but that didn't help. Seriously, that didn't help.
Which books you read? Which book you read?
Rita, I studied Rita.
Complete?
Okay. Yeah, I completed. I did important point, but that didn't help in the sense I was not able to recall immediately in the short time. But whatever you were saying, I was able to get into the mind. So and the process
Yes.
flow, yeah.
I have nothing against any books. And if I put it to the big screen, you can see. I actually just was on a lunch with one of my colleague, and I bought a book. My wife specifically said because she knew where I was going, and there was a bookshop near that. She said, "Don't buy a new book. You bought five new books last week from Amazon, and you have read only one. So first complete that." I said, "Okay, I'll try." But again, I bought a Travis Noah book. Coming back, I'm a book lover. I am a book lover. So when I say you don't need to read book, I have nothing against the books. I wrote a book. I wrote myself a book.
Yeah, yeah, I saw.
It's all about multiple intelligence. If you want to read book, go ahead, be my guest, read seventh edition. For everyone giving exam after 15th of January, this is an important thing. After 15th of January, don't read PIM book 6, PIM book 7th and agile guide. Read that. No need to read other. Okay, please, Shrikant, continue.
So that's what, like, what I would suggest people in Amir's branch, please don't do anything apart from what he's saying. Okay, Saurabh was one good example, but since I did a lot of things, I was not able to come out, and I was going back and doing the same thing, like reading books and other things. But it is not required. He understands people better. He knows your level of capability, how you can do exam, and he has that vision. Like I don't know, somehow you are able to get that vision for everybody. Like this person will be able to do this, and the analysis that you have, I don't know, because you're good at risk, you are able to do the probability analysis and find out this person will be able to do this. So that is most important thing. Yesterday call also you were saying you'll be clearing it. Yes, I was thinking, okay, let's see. I don't know how is exam, but yeah, your judgment is good actually.
I was 100%, brother. I believe in data, and data says that the score you are getting from last 2 weeks, not before that, not before that, from last 2 weeks, the score you are getting in any day. If you have given the exam, you see, you remember my line was, in order for you to fail, the god or Bhagwan or whatever you believe has to do something specific. Otherwise, you are not going to fail. Like the exam has to be extremely tough because it's the pattern. Like with 295 students and all the time communicating with them, you know very well from the roots. I know each student, where he is, why he is, how he is doing. I know each and every student. For example, everyone is writing about Tariq. I know when Tariq is going to give exam and what are the challenges he's having. Why Abdul Wahab give exam a little bit late? I know that. Then there was Rajiv. Rajiv put it there. Sabir Jamil, Mohsen, Umar Sadiq. Just name me, not just the people who have cleared the exam already. I know each them. Also, who are in the process, I know that. So that is the reason. I have a. You said that how I judge the people. I go to the base level. How many discussions we had, Srikant, on daily basis, almost on daily basis.
Yeah,
And
yeah. WhatsApp chat. I'm afraid. As everybody says, I'm afraid that when I'll get your message and how should I reply if I don't do something which is. So that follows. one of the major strengths that you have. And I don't see at this world, at this time, at this level, we don't have such people who really care about each other and making sure, like, remembering what exactly was happened last time, yesterday, 2 days before, 1 week before, and replying, like asking, okay, you did this, you want to do this, and proceed further. So that individual care is something for all of you who are watching who want to get certified. You can definitely get that individual care with Amit sir. So that is something which I can assure you. And he knows about you. The moment you talk to him, moment you answer question to him, he knows about you.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's talk about the exam. So, time management. How did you manage it?
Time management, as you said, I was checking the clock 150 minutes before that I have to complete, but I was finding it difficult. People were giving exam again and saying time is something which you have to manage, otherwise it will be difficult. So 60 question I was able to complete by 151 minute, I think. And after that, next 60 I was able to complete by 90 minutes because I was able to do faster. And last 7 minutes or 6 minutes I had before completing the exam. Okay. And the last question was related to compliance. I didn't have match the following question. I didn't have graph question, but I had one stakeholder related question, power interest kind of thing. That was a kind of drag and drop.
Okay, okay, okay. That is Abdul Wahab is putting that update message with a mini cardiac arrest. That's funny. Okay, so which team was mostly dominated in your exam too?
Yes, yes. See, all questions related to any of the knowledge area, they somehow put it in a team. It was more like team is having a conflict. It was more like team member is not willing to change. Stakeholder is not willing to change from hybrid, I mean, predicted to hybrid approach. And how do you manage them? Agile is project management office wants to push the agile to your company. How you are going to implement it? You don't have an experience. Are you going to do? What is your next steps? How are they going to gain confidence? People don't understand the iterative delivery model, and they're saying your product is not up to the mark, and how you're going to manage these things. It is more like understanding. They were able to see the what I felt is now world is moving to agile is what PM is trying to say. Okay, no longer you should have a predictive approach, and you should be ready as a PM to drive these changes. So that is what they are trying to make you do. Okay, so predictive, agile, but this is the future going to be, and I want you to be clear on this concept. So that's the reason we are giving you this exam. Try to clear this, and you'll be better. So that is what they are trying to say.
Okay. What about formulas question?
No formulas, no formulas,
Critical path.
no critical path.
Hmm. Anything else you would like to add in the exam context that can help other?
Uh, Nothing. So this is fine. Go to the exam hall before on time and follow Ami's advice. Who is and don't wait to give the exam. Exam is not difficult, but it's lengthy.
Exam is not difficult, but it is lengthy. So that's an interesting thing to put in that context. Okay, brother. Now that is important. Abhishek asked any attitude question, guys. If you have any question, I have this guy. You can ask right now. We give exam today. You can ask any attitude question.
No, no, don't worry about ITTOs, predictive. See, it's more of situational. Uh, you have to answer thinking that you're a project manager and your project is going from predictive to hybrid, or so those things. No direct questions actually. If I have to put it very clear, no direct question and answer. Hardly I got maybe 4 to 5 questions direct. This is what it is and this is it is like that.
Shrikant, you did my new 60 people and process questions.
That was helpful. That was really helpful. Okay,
Really
that was
helpful.
really helpful.
And those 6 mocks of full mocks.
See, your marks are helpful because it was also more aligned with whatever the examiner asking. Okay, in the terms of it was not a direct answer. It was more of like situation and how do you do these things. Okay, the conflict. Please have more. There was many questions on conflict. If I have to tell you 10, 15 question I got. Uh, so give concentration on conflict. management.
Okay. So, okay. Your final advice, brother, to all PMP aspirants.
Join Amir sir class and follow his advice. If you
Thank you.
really want
Thank
to,
you.
yeah,
Thank you. Loved it. Loved it. It becomes a marketing. I will crop it. Okay. So, Shrikant, my motto in life. Even if when you before coming to my training program, this is the thing I said to you. Once you came into one to one, then you converted from one to one into batch. I remember this thing from the day one to the entire thing. And
that's
you can call me. You can call me after 2 years. I will still remember, brother. Because why? You are special for me. That's why. Each and every person who comes to my program, he or she is special to me. So each one teach one. That is the mantra. Saurabh did it. Now you are saying about something about Saurabh. Batch 14 have few students. I am sure you can support them. You can help them.
yes.
Although Sanaya did it, Farid did it, Saurabh did it, you did it. Who else did it from batch 14?
We don't remember.
Uh, Saad Ansari did it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So now I need it from you to take up the mantle of that. And you are on holidays at home. So see how much you can help those
yeah,
people.
yeah.
And also the people who have taken training before you, your batch of 150 students. Also help.
Definitely.
Share my journey video to them. Share journey's videos to them. Share my book. You have my book. You can share with them. No issue. Share those weekly coaching call that they should attend. Why? Each one teach one. And if we follow this mantra, we can help by doing better projects. We can make this world better. And that's my opinion, brother. Thank you very much for your
Thank you
time.
so much. Yeah,
Now, do have the best dinner today. Enjoy.
definitely. Thank you